Hello and welcome back to Let's Build Braybrook College. In this episode we'll be looking at doing some landscaping and getting the quadrangle done between the B block and the C block. Firstly, a quick repair to the outside wall here in this alcove. It is actually not a brick exterior as I thought it was. It is a weatherboard painted reddish with a whitish creamy coloured top part. I'm assuming this part was originally cut out from the original building design, so the extra access point is something that's been put on later on. With that out of the way, we can proceed with the rest of the landscaping. Of course, as with a lot of the parts of Minecraft, there are some challenges with this section. Because of the exaggeration in the scale, I can't quite get the looking the way it does in real life. There are a few differences. I've tried to replicate the rough positioning of the trees and the benches and the locker bays, but I haven't quite been able to get exactly what it feels like because, as I keep mentioning, the interiors feel about right, but the outside buildings and the outside decorations don't feel quite right, just because it's very hard to get the sizing around in Minecraft. So what I've chosen to do is I've kind of spaced things out a bit more than what they normally would be. So the trees are actually a bit closer together than they are in this version. But I've kind of kept the rough pattern which the trees make. So basically you have a tree, then a bench, then a tree, and then a bench. And I'll demonstrate this little quick snippet here where I use the fence post and brown carpet to make the benches. I then use a jungle tree, and I use bone meal to create a big tree, and I use smaller trunks to create the smaller branches, because there are three kind of small trees in this section here. So that's the pattern: one tree, three trees, one tree, three trees. So it roughly lines up to where it should be. And again, because the spacing in Minecraft is a bit different to what it is in real life, it's a bit wider, but it still looks about right. I'm really happy to get this done. It does add a lot of the outside flair to the school, because this is what makes the school unique. When you recognize landmarks and parts of the school like this, it makes it pretty cool. Now this part is interesting because there is one tree which is kind of like fallen over. That's pretty close to its replication. And this is the interesting part. I was kind of dreading doing the outside, but having done this now, it wasn't too bad. We managed to get this, well, I managed to get this done in a fairly short amount of time, and by short I mean it took like an hour and a half. So in around 3 minutes, you can see about an hour and a half of work. It's mostly just measuring out the rough distances. It's about right. Again, it's not exact, but it's about right. Apart from the trees, I also have to do the locker bays. So I've kind of figured out the number of locker bays in the school, at least in this section. So I've got to approximate the right numbers and distances. I also have to make sure the concrete pattern is correct, because the concrete is a slightly reddish color. Now these are grey cement areas. They line up with the edges of the benches, but because I've added extra 5 blocks between each tree, it doesn't actually look this in real life. It does kind of look that way. It only it's a bit wider, so that's the sacrifice I had to make, but it looks about right. I like the pattern it makes. Lastly, I'm going to add the benches, which are located here. There are 3 benches along the side of this quadrangle, and there are 2 benches next to the stairs by the breezeway. So that's what it looks like, and I'll do later on add some bins. And so we finished this part of the school. I think it's a pretty reasonable estimate in the Minecraft terms about what the yard looks like. I'll compare some of the photos of the real life location as well as the Minecraft angles, so you can be the judge. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.